Welcome to Fetts Legacy, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about Star Wars Celebration 2023 and all the major reveals that we just got, including shows and movies and everything that's coming up for Star Wars in 2024 and beyond. But guys, before we get into that, I just want to say the giveaway for my 500 subscriber special is ending soon, so make sure you guys go check that out. The link will be in the description below, so make sure you guys try and get as many entries as possible. And guys, I am recording this video a couple weeks early before it goes out because I am on vacation at this moment in time. So that's why there has been a bit of a delay between videos. I could only record and prepare so many, so that's why there is a delay for this one. But anyway guys, let's get straight into the video. So Star Wars Celebration 2023 was just recently, and there were many reveals for Star Wars, including shows and movies. Finally, as you know, Star Wars is a movie franchise, it's a film franchise. I have said this in many videos before, but we've been lacking on the movie side for Star Wars, so I'm definitely excited to see 3 new movies released. But I just want to get some stuff out of the way quickly, you know, some stuff that I personally don't really care about, and I'm sure many other Star Wars fans also do not. And while this is actually only just one project, for me it's Star Wars Visions 2, Season 2. Season 1 was okay, not my favorite, probably one of my least favorite things that Star Wars has ever released. I actually do like anime, but I just don't think it really fit the Star Wars style, especially on most of the episodes. There were a couple good ones because it was different studios for each episode, but yeah, I just wanted to get that out of the way because Season 2 is coming soon. If you guys are interested in that, we did get, you know, more Ahsoka trailers and the Thrawn casting revealed, which was really cool to see. I'm definitely hyped for that. And we also did get Andor Season 2 coming in 2024, another little sneak peek at that, kind of getting us prepared, as well as Star Wars Acolyte, some footage for the upcoming show, which does look to be, you know, pretty cool. I'm a little bit more skeptical on that one, as I have heard a lot of involvement with Kathleen Kennedy and just stuff like that, so I'm a little bit more skeptical and pessimistic about that show, but we'll see what happens when it comes out. They did confirm Tales of the Jedi Season 2 is coming, which is also really good because the first season was absolutely incredible. I'm definitely looking forward to another season of that, as well as Season 3 of The Bad Batch, and the bad news about this is that The Bad Batch will be ending in Season 3. I'm assuming that they're just not hitting the right streaming numbers for the show. They're probably just, you know, low on budget, especially with the amount of shows and movies that they're releasing, the amount of things that they're doing, the amount of people that are working on these projects even. They probably have specific thresholds that they have to hit, and I'm assuming Bad Batch just isn't hitting those numbers, which does suck because if you guys have been watching Bad Batch, especially this latest season, Season 2, it is actually a really good show. Season 2 was absolutely incredible. It grew on me a lot. I didn't mind Season 1. I thought it was pretty good. It had good episodes and good moments, but Season 2 definitely was a lot better and was a really good show. I am sad to see it go in Season 3 so fast, because I thought, you know, they could have kept it going. I really like the Clone Wars style animation, the Clone Wars style stories. Following the clones, of course, is always fun. Seeing Rex and some of our favorite characters in all of Star Wars keep on reappearing, especially during this time of the rebellion and the Empire. I thought it was really cool to have a show set during this time, still following clones, but also keeping up with what the galaxy's doing now, you know, obviously phasing out the clones and Palpatine, and I definitely want to see what they end up doing with Boba Fett. He definitely has to show up in Season 3. I feel like the ending of Bad Batch Season 2 has to be pointing towards Boba Fett showing up in Season 3, but I also thought he would show up in Season 2, so at this point, I don't know. Either way, though, guys, I'm assuming that a Season 3 of Bad Batch will be great, just like Season 2. I thought, you know, obviously there are some filler episodes, but there is still really great episodes, especially like, you know, the Coruscant episodes. You know, the last few episodes were pretty good as well. All the Crosshair stuff was really good. So, yeah, I definitely am excited for a Season 3. I hope we will see Boba Fett. But let's get back to the movies real quick. So, there are 3 new movies that have been announced for Star Wars. The first one and the main talking point is a Rey film where she is rebuilding the Jedi Order 15 years after the rise of Skywalker. Now, this one has been gaining the most attention. It obviously is based off of the sequels and Rey, and so it's going to have a lot of controversy surrounding it. And, you know, a lot of people are not looking forward to this one. Probably the most pessimistic view out of the 3 movies. The other 2 do seem pretty cool. One of them is set like 25,000 years or something prior to all of the events of, the original Star Wars and stuff, showing like the first ever Jedi and basically, starting the Jedi Order and the whole like Jedi belief system and all of that stuff. So that actually seems really interesting and cool. And the final movie being headed by Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, which is the Mandoverse, Ahsoka, Thrawn kind of thing that they've been building up with the shows. So, it'll definitely have like Boba Fett, Bo-Katan, Din Djarin, Thrawn, all of these characters that we have been, getting most of the shows and all the Star Wars content for recently. I'm assuming Grogu, of course, will be in it. Characters like that. That is the one that I am most excited for, just because I like the Mandoverse. I like Boba Fett, Bo-Katan, all of this stuff going on right now. I find it very interesting. So I am excited mostly for that movie. I feel like it would be a great movie. I'm assuming Thrawn will be the main villain in that movie. He'll kind of be like the Thanos of the Star Wars universe. And I feel like this movie out of the three will have the most fans hyped. They have been building up this one the most out of the three. And I feel like most fans currently are enjoying, the Mandoverse kind of stories that are going on with Ahsoka and all of that stuff. So I definitely think most fans are optimistic for this movie of the three, especially with Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau having, the reins over the movie. I'm assuming they're going to be making most of the big decisions for it. So I feel like that one has the most potential to be good, because we do know that Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni just put out the best Star Wars content that there is, and anything usually that has Kathleen Kennedy involved could have big repercussions and, poor decision making, as we've seen from a lot of her projects in the past. So the one with Daisy Ridley returning as Rey to start up a new Jedi Order is the one I'm a little bit more skeptical about of the three. Obviously, the first Jedi one, of course, as well, is a little bit worrying as well, just to see where Disney is going to take that. You never really know what they're going to do, how they're going to make the first Jedi even look or sound, or, what they're even going to do, if they even understand what the first Jedi should be like. I would be lying if I said I wasn't worried that Disney could completely destroy this, huge and important moment in all of Star Wars history and Jedi history. We're talking about the first Jedi here that made the Order. So this is something you can't really mess up. This is something that's very important to set up the future of the Jedi. And I'm just worried that Disney doesn't have what it takes or doesn't know enough to really get this off the ground. I feel like Dave Filoni should be consulted on absolutely everything. Who knows, maybe even bring George Lucas back on a consulting role to discuss what the first Jedi should look like. I'm very worried that Disney will just take this upon themselves, just like they did with the sequel trilogy. Didn't listen to George Lucas, didn't listen to other people, did their own thing, hired directors that wanted to do their own thing and, make their own Star Wars, and really just ended up, failing as a whole, the sequel trilogy. You can't argue with me otherwise. If you've heard George Lucas's versions of the sequels, it is way better. It sounds a lot better, and I wish that they just followed through and did that instead of doing their own thing. Obviously, there were some good moments in the sequels. I'm not saying it was all bad, but just overall, I think it was a bit of a failure. And to do another movie following up on that trilogy with Rey is, a bit worrying. Maybe it'll start up a whole new trilogy. Maybe this is the Rian Johnson trilogy. I'm not totally sure. We're going to see what they do with these new directors. They have a few different people that they want to direct the new movies. But yeah, I'm just not really sure what Kathleen Kennedy is up to, what Disney is up to. And so overall, with all of these projects, even the shows, the movies, most fans, including myself, are a bit worried that Star Wars is just becoming, a total like show franchise and merchandise franchise. It's been relegated to just shows and merchandise, and they haven't really been pumping out any movies. The last one literally was The Rise of Skywalker, which was like 5 years ago, I think. So yeah, it's been a while, and a lot of fans are worried that they're not really focused on the movie side. Again, I have said Star Wars is a film franchise first, so there should always be great movies in the works coming out, and it looks like we are getting some stuff. We are, obviously a little bit skeptical of what they're going to do, as Disney's track record with movies is a little bit hit and miss. Mostly miss. Obviously Rogue One was a great movie, and Han Solo was okay, but not my favorite. I feel like it did a lot of things wrong for Han Solo's character and Chewbacca, and it just wasn't my favorite movie, but it wasn't bad. And then I'd say out of the sequels, the best one was The Force Awakens, but that was mostly because it was pretty safe. It didn't really do anything too crazy. but it gave some people some hope for the next two movies, and the next two movies obviously just let everyone down. The writing was extremely poor, the directing was poor, and a lot of the decisions were just not very good. So their track record with movies, in my opinion, they've probably made 1 or 2 out of 5 that have been, good. Rogue One is definitely the best one. So they can do it. There is potential there that they can make great movies, but, a lot of fans are just worried about what they can do and how they could mess things up, especially with, things like The First Jedi. That is something you cannot mess up. But anyway, guys, let me know down in the comment section below what excited you most at Star Wars Celebration. Do you enjoy seeing new movies coming out for Star Wars? Are you a little bit skeptical? Are the shows intriguing you the most? Definitely let me know down in the comment section below. And make sure to enter that giveaway for 2 Amazon gift cards. You guys definitely deserve it for being such great subscribers, and I really appreciate you all. Anyway, guys, thank you all for tuning into this video, and I'll see you guys next time.